Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be playing again with the Plouise Watch the Queen Conquer palette because I haven't had enough after the first time. I have done a first impressions video on this which I will link below, and I did quite a pinky purpley look. I did incorporate some of the greeny yellows, but I just think I want to focus less on this side, which is what I used mainly the last time, and focus more on the other side, which is this gorgeous side here. And I'm feeling the mustard tones today. I've got my mustard jumper on and I also have my mustard socks from Primark. So at the moment as I'm filming this palette on the Plouise website is still in stock. It is called Watch the Queen Conquer. It does have a chessboard in the middle if you haven't already seen it. It doesn't come with chess pieces, unfortunately, but I think it's an absolutely gorgeous palette. All the swatches and everything are in my first video if you want to check that out. But yeah, this is what we're going to be diving into today. Okay, I have primed with my Beauty Bay Eye Base. I had to think of what that was called then, in the shade number 2, and I'm looking at the side of the palette that I want to use. So looking at it, I think I definitely want to use the mustardy sort of tones in the middle row, maybe some of these on the bottom row. I did notice that some of the what look like to be greens do pull a lot more yellow on the eye. So that's just something to be aware of. But this shade here, Advantage, which is super mustardy, is giving me life. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do today, but let's begin. And I think I want to start out with the shade Tactical, which is a really nice deep grungy green. And I'm just going to take that on my Spectrum A13 brush. I do really like that this palette has so many deep shades and so many light shades and so many in the middle shades. There's just so much in this palette. There's so many options for depth. It's unreal, which makes me happy. Oh, that's a nice green. Oh, yes. I still currently have 2 orders in the works with Plouise from the Black Friday sale, as I'm sure many other people do. A lot of people have been having to wait quite a while for their orders, so I'm actually quite shocked now that my first order turned up when it did. It was 2 days after I placed the order, so I'm super happy about that. So I got this palette and the Going Solo palette, which I've done a video on. Absolutely love both. However, my other 2, nowhere to be seen as of yet. I do think that there was a bit of a delay with anybody that ordered the duo drops, and in my second order, which was not long after my first order, it was within an hour or so, yeah, that still hasn't arrived, and I think it's because the duo drops that I ordered are in that order. I'm not sure why that's making it take longer, but I'm so glad it didn't have the duo drops in my first order, otherwise I'd still probably be waiting for this palette. So I've just packed that in the outer corner. I'm going to take it a little bit into the crease, and when I say my crease, I mean just slightly above my crease, because I do have slightly hooded eyes and I do want to be able to see some of the depth that this is going to give me. Are you proud of me? I'm remembering to use my melt mirror. I know. And all my brushes are clean. Again, I don't know what's happening to me. Is everybody sorted for Christmas? Because I'm slowly getting there now. I've begun. So I do feel a little bit better than I did. However, there's a lot more to be bought, although I don't really think it's about the presents. It's nice to give gifts to people that you love. But I don't really think it's about the amount you've spent or the amount you get. I'm just one of those people. So I've kept it kind of rounded. I mean, I always start out saying I'm going to keep it rounded and then it ends up really blown out. However, this is at the moment fairly rounded. As you can see, I've just taken it slightly above my crease. I'm not taking it all the way to the inner corner. I want a lighter shade to continue that on. On a Morphe JS13, I think I'm going to take the shade Advantage, that gorgeous mustardy one down here. It looks divine. And I'm just going to plop this near the inner corner. That is stunning. Oh, mustardy, grungy goodness. Just going to wiggle that slightly into that green shade that I've already put down. I seem to have gained a fair few subscribers recently, so if you are new, welcome. Hello, make yourself known in the comments. I do like to talk to people down there in the comments. and get your views on the makeups. I have noticed these shades, even from the first time using the palette, they're very, very pigmented. They blend beautifully, in my opinion, and they do swatch a little dry, some of them, but it's not about swatches, is it? We don't walk around with the eyeshadow on our arms all day, it's on our eyes. So as long as it performs well on the eye, which this palette seems to do, I'm a happy bunny. I'm just dipping between the mustard and the green just to blend them together on the eye so it's a little bit more seamless. And then on a Morphe M506, I think I'm going to take a little bit of Winner Winner, and then I'm going to go into Advantage. It just saves me holding the palette up twice. So first with Winner Winner, I'm just going to half on the green and half where there's no shadow, just tickle around what's here already and start this blend. I didn't want to go straight in with the mustard shade after the green, I just wanted something a little bit more in-betweeny. Then I'm just going to go back in with a little bit more of Winner on my BH11 brush and continue working on the blend. This is going to be grunge. This is a green grunge mustard moment. Then on a Peaches and Cream PC37, I want to take the Advantage shade, and when I get my hair out of my face, just turn this into more of a mustardy colour. These are blending beautifully, guys. Then on a Morphe Jeffree Star JS12, I'm going to take Risk Taker, which is even more sort of mustardy. I don't know, maybe it's more of a yellow ochre. My husband hates it when I say that because he's like, what on earth's yellow ochre? Like, did you not have the yellow ochre pencils at school? Like, you had a bright yellow when you was using the school's coloured pencils, and then you had a yellow ochre, which everybody wanted to use for the sun. Please, please tell me that you know what I'm talking about. I'm taking that shade as well, just to blend out near the inner corner. This look is taking a very yellowy turn. I was planning to stick more to the greeny colours today. However, like I say, they do sort of pull yellow on the eye anyway. But yeah, it seems to have ended up quite mustardy, which I'm not mad at. I think I'm going to take a little bit of the shade In Control, which is definitely supposed to be classed as one of the greens, and I'm going to take it on a Spectrum B11 brush, and I want to just incorporate that into this blend, just so it is more on the greeny side with the grunge. And then I'm just going to go back through all of those shades, do exactly the same thing and work on the blend. I'm happy with that for now. I was thinking about cutting my crease, but then I thought I might just put the shimmers on top of what we've already got. So I think what I want to do is take the shade Conquest, which is this sort of paler mushy pea green here, and I just want to pop that over the lid space where we haven't got any shadow and blend it into the deeper green above it. But like I say, this shade doesn't really matter because I'm going to be covering it up with shimmers anyway. I just thought it'd make a nice base for when I put a shimmer on the top. I thought, because it's so grungy and yeah, just pure grunge, I just thought instead of doing a sharp cut crease, I'm just going to keep it sort of relaxed. And it gives me a chance to see what that green looks like on the eye also. Now the greeniest shimmer in here is called Victory. I did use it in my last look and it is gorgeous. It is sort of a greeny, it's got quite a few shades in it, but it does have sort of a greeny reflect to it. and it is beautiful. It's light, it's shimmery, it's stunning. So I feel like I definitely want to incorporate that. But then we also have Ruler. I'm sorry, but what? How nice is that? So I just think these two shimmers will go nicely with what we've already got going on. My husband's on at me. Why do you do Vlogmas, Kerry? Like, are you serious? Every single day of December? Are you actually serious? I struggle to film now with all the other stuff I'm doing, and you want me to film every single day. I haven't prepared in advance for this like a lot of people would have done to do Vlogmas, because, you know, if you're going to say you're doing Vlogmas, you don't really want to miss an upload. So I'm definitely not doing Vlogmas. Sorry to disappoint all my die-hard fans that are dying to see videos from me every day. That's literally just my husband. Now, if I remember rightly, these shimmers don't pick up the best on a brush. They go quite crumbly in the pan, and I had to spray them so I didn't get a lot of fallout. So I'm just going to do the same thing again. And instead of using my Plouise 7072 brushes that I always use for shimmers, I'm going to try the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH42 brush in the hope it might be better. Okay, I've definitely picked up too much on my brush, but I've sprayed it, so all is good, all is good. I'm going to start with this Victory shade. Oh my goodness, you can see I've definitely picked up too much. Yeah, don't do this, guys. Don't do this. I'm just going to try and disperse it around the front part of the lid. Yeah, it's gone super crumbly because I know I picked up way too much. That's my fault. Okay, take two on the other eye. Hopefully this will be a bit better. I mean, but it is a crumbly sort of formula. It looks stunning when it's on, so it's not too bad, but just bear that in mind if you don't want fallout. Very, very glittery, shimmery fallout. And I don't want to keep this neat. I want to sort of flick my brush around the top of this just to make it a bit rougher. I don't want it to be a neat type of cut crease. Look. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh. Then I'm going to flip my brush over and I'm going to go into that other shade, which was Ruler. Now this feels like a slightly different consistency and formula. It's not as chunky as the previous shade, and it is going on slightly different. I feel like this would maybe go on better with the finger. I'm just going to try with the finger. Yeah, it goes on a lot smoother with the finger. But obviously you can't be as precise. Now I just want to take one of the green brushes I was using earlier, any sort of greeny coloured that's got still some product on, and just tap over the edges where I've sort of been a bit messy with my finger when I was applying that. And then even into the dark green, which was tactical. Dare I say, I would have liked to blacken this palette. As much as it's got depth, don't get me wrong, a black would have been nice. So, blending in the green matte with the shimmers just to make it look prettiful. Then a little bit more of the Ruler shade, just to, again, make it not super neat. Just spread it out a bit, definitely above my crease, so that when I've got my eyes fully open you can still see the gorgeous shimmers. Oh yeah. So for the lower lash line, I'm just going to take my JH43 brush, and I feel like I obviously want to continue with this gorgeous green grungy theme, so I definitely want to take Conquest first, which was one of the lighter greens, and pop this here, and then I'm going to go into In Control, just go through all the shades that I've used on the top lash line, eyelid, you know, that, and yeah, just keep with the same grungy theme, and then into Tactical, obviously, which was the deep green. Then I'm just going to smoke it all out with a little bit of Risk Taker. I'm absolutely gutted really, because I use Plouise paints for my waterline all the time. It's very rare I'll use a pencil anymore. I just think they're amazing, and I know there's a mustard shade that I don't own, and that would have gone beautifully with this look. So I will have my sights on that when everything's over and the Black Friday's over and people aren't waiting a million years for the parcels, I will think about picking the mustard paint up, definitely. And you know what I've realised? You're never going to have a perfect blend the older you get, because you get wrinkly. I'm 32 now. I have not got perfect skin anymore, and there are some creases, there are some wrinkles forming, so especially on my outer corners, like, it's never going to be perfection, so don't worry about it. If you've got the same thing, it happens to everyone. Then I'm just going to take my Melt Cosmetics 523 brush, and I'm going to go into a little bit more of that Victory shade. Wow, that's crumbly in the pan. I'm destroying this pan. Let's just pack that back in. Eek. Okay, it has been sprayed, and I just want to pop this. Oh, and angels are singing. And I want to drag it down onto the lower lash line a little and just spread that out a bit. I love that shade. I think that's probably my favourite shimmer in this whole palette is Victory, because it is just incredible. You'll know what I mean if you've got the palette. I don't think pictures and the camera do it justice, just how absolutely gorgeous it is. And I want to put a tiny bit of that also just on the brow bone. Okay, let me jump off, finish the rest. I can't talk. Finish the rest of my makeup, and then we'll come back and see the finished look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I didn't add lashes just because I plan to wear this all day, and I need to wear sunglasses today when I go and pick my daughter up, and they always hit my sunglasses, so that's quite a, you know, a valid reason for not putting lashes on. But also I feel like you can definitely see the shimmer a lot better without, and I'm really happy with my lipstick choice. Heather, if you're watching this, you need this. I can't believe you don't have a pooey mustardy lip colour. It is the Melt Golden Liquid Lip. Everybody needs this colour in their life. But I did outline it with a little bit of the MUA TLC lip liner, and in the waterline I struggle because I don't have the dark green Plouise paint and I don't have the mustard one. The dark green one is on its way to me, but yeah, I really need to get hold of that mustard one. So I just used one of the Beauty Bay crayon eyeliners in Peacock, which, I mean, it wouldn't have been my first choice. It's sort of a greeny colour, but then it actually kind of looks a bit blue on the eye. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say to you. And then I wanted to go in with a little bit more blush just because I felt like I wanted to tie it in a bit more. So I went in with the NYX Sweet Cheeks matte blush in Silence is Golden for obvious reasons. I do have the shimmery one also, but I just used the matte today just to add a little bit more of a hue of yellowy mustardiness. So guys, let me know what you think to this look. Are you happy that I dived into the mustards and the greens? I know a few people were looking forward to seeing videos on those shades. Like I say, all the swatches are in my previous video if you want to check those out. Has my opinion changed on this palette? Absolutely not. Both sides are just as good as each other, just as good quality, variety of colours, shimmers, same sort of formula. They are beautiful. Crumbly shimmers, but beautiful. Really like this palette. I am just going to keep on using it and using it. There's so much you can do with this palette. The variety is incredible. You'll have to let me know what looks you want next. I have dived into the purples and the pinks in my last look that I did, and obviously this side I've used sort of the middle and the bottom row, but I haven't used the top row, which is the oranges and the reds and things. So yeah, let me know what you're interested in seeing, or are you interested in seeing more of a rainbow every single colour? Let me know. Who doesn't love a bit of grunge? I love greens, mustards and grungy shades. Like I say, such a versatile palette because this is so different from my first look. Thank you for joining me on this video, guys. If you could please like, comment and subscribe, that would be amazing. I am slowly approaching 500 subscribers, and for all the people that are absolutely gutted that I'm not doing Vlogmas, which is literally just my husband, then if I make it to 1,000 subscribers before the 1st of December, which is never going to happen, I will do Vlogmas. Not going to happen. Thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.